There you go, recording is live. And I just want to say, make sure to raise your hand when you have a question and type in the chat. And let's see. Yeah, that's all. I don't know. I feel like I have more to say, but really I don't. So let's go into it. All right, guys. So start off with this one here, right here. So let's step back here. Okay, guys. So I'm thinking maybe I should give you some warm-up exercises. For now, guys, I'll just explain this position here, what's going on. As you can see, it looks like kind of a craziest position, but it's actually, it is common, like it is quite, it's not a bad position at all. And what's really good for white here is the center. Now, this is a lot of pawns in the center, but still in general, white's got a nice center. Black is trying to destroy that center. So let me show you what I mean here. So right here, guys, so in this position, if we almost just ignore, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back again. All right, yeah, so what I want you guys to notice here is if you look at the pawn structures here, you'll see that chess is a lot about pawn structures. So right now, as I was saying, white has the center, but black is trying to weaken this pawn structure. So here's what I mean. And to make this easier, we are gonna just remove all the pieces from the board. Just so I can really show you guys this pawn structure, why it's important. So right now, as you can see, really clean pawn structure. So, all right, so yeah, just very clean pawn structure here, but notice what black's trying to do. For example, black is trying to bait white into taking here. And now white has a very bad pawn structure. And basically what makes a pawn structure good or bad is if the pawns can defend one another, that's good. If they can't, that's bad. For example, this is good because the pawn structure is connected. The pawns can defend one another. That's good. If the pawns are not connected, like this pawn, nothing is defending this pawn. No pawns are defending these two pawns, c3 and c4. Nothing is defending e4. Nothing's actually no. These two are good, but these are bad pawns, and this is why it's important to keep your own pawns very clean and to try to ruin your opponent's pawn structure. That's why here something like pawn takes c5, even though we don't lose any materials, this would be a bad move for white because notice these pawns are a lot weaker now. So black, if black's a good player, just needs to, just trade some pieces off and it'll be a very winnable endgame for black. So let's see what white does here. So we know how important this pawn structure is to keep it clean. So let's see how white can keep it clean. Now white played this one really good move. That was pawn d5. Now pawn d5, here's my question, guys. If black takes on d5, what move would you play? So think about it for a bit and let me know. What would you play here and why? And like this is a very more positional and less tactical. Don't think of it as you're trying to win a piece or anything here. Just in general, what move would keep white's position more solid? It'll give white a nicer future in the endgame. Knight to g3. Knight to g3. Not quite, because knight g3, then our pawn here is hanging. So Black can take here. Oops. So yeah, let's go here. They took. So not knight g3. We actually just take the pawn back because we want us to be in the center. But the question, I guess the more specific question I got is, which pawn do we take with? The C pawn or the E pawn? And really think, guys, which one would give which one would give white a nice pawn structure for the future? Which would make white's pawns very connected and strong? This is why, guys, it's very important to have good pawn structures. Andrew.
You should wait. You should take with the I'm sorry. Wait,
Yeah,
think
take your time.
again.
Yeah, think again, take your time, and everybody else, think with Andrew. Question is, which pawn do we take? The E4 or C4?
E4.
All right. E4. So we have one person saying E4. And Andrew, thank you for your answer. I love it when people. Do we have more people? Oh, well, I don't know why you guys keep joining as the class. I guess we're not too deep into the class, so that's okay. So does the C pawn take or the E pawn take? Let's see. Here's my question, guys. So here's scenario 1. E pawn takes, like Andrew said. And the position will be this. Fairly equal. The other scenario is this. Both fairly equal.
Wait, I feel like the other move would be better because if it goes there and the knight goes there, you could use the bishop to protect. Perhaps. I don't know.
So bishop is defending the pawn. Yeah, like
I
I'm
mean, like
not gonna say any definite answer yet because I still want you guys to think. But yeah, Andrew, what are you saying?
maybe you could like move the bishop somewhere after that move.
After that move the bishop. Yeah, you can move the bishop. Here to let you guys think about this the way I think about it. Let's try it. So we're still not sure if this is the right move yet. We got these two moves, right? And my question is, if we were to remove all the pieces, I want to see what your answers are. So again, I'm doing this a lot today's class because I want you guys to really notice the difference between a good pawn structure and bad pawn structure. All right, guys, if this was the position, which pawn would you take with? The E pawn or the C pawn? So E pawn would give a position looking something like this. And then C pawn would give this. Now think about which one gives you a nicer pawn structure. Which one would have your pawns close to each other in defending?
Using the C4?
Yeah, that's the answer is C4. Because if they take, then you can go C5 and now your pawn structure is cleaner and your king can just take this pawn anytime. Where if we don't do that, here, let's go here, back to the position. If we go here, now the problem is this is not good. This is not good at all, especially if black had any piece at all. These pawns would be so easy to take. But so yeah, keep in mind your pawn structure. So that's why here the best move was this pawn takes. Now the pawn structure stays clean. Here's the thing. Black is threatening on taking this pawn and then threatening this pawn. So black, guys, this, see this, d4 and sorry, d5 and e4. This is a very strong center. This is a very strong pawn structure. So black wants this gone. If these two pawns are gone, black is winning. Black has such a strong bishop now. Black has great position. Black can move the pawn here. So that's why these two center pawns are very important. And that's why white played pawn c4 to really make sure this pawn stays here forever, because this center pawn, guys, is it's making this bishop weak. It's making this knight weak. It's making black's whole position weak. This one pawn. So guys, this whole position here, white is winning because of this pawn structure, the center control. So we went over in the past about how in the opening, it's very important to control the center and stuff. So this is just elaborating on that. Even deeper than the opening now, why in general, it's important to have a strong center. So right now you see white center is very strong and stable. So let's progress the game. So let's see here. So in the game, white went here. That was just to show more of the pawn structure. But this, guys, was not a good move for black. Normally, you don't want to play g6 unless you have a bishop here. Because what happens then is now this whole square is weak. This whole diagonal is weak. And your king is more exposed. So you want to be careful when moving the pawns in front of your king. So here, see, takes this way. White is maintaining that strong pawn structure, and white is getting the rook across. So right here, this is a very good move. c4, really defending that pawn structure. Now let's see how this pawn structure actually ends up helping white win the game. So we will be getting to more tactical scenarios here. So here, why do you think white played a4? That's my question. And guys, if you can figure out this, then you're very smart. Again, this is nothing tactical. It's more positional, more planning based. So why do you think white played a4? And white's a good player here. So every move of white's has a reason. Your guys' goal is to find white's reason. Because if you can find white's reason, that means you can think to the similar level as white. You can plan at white's level strategically. And that's the whole point here. So we're trying to figure out what's going on in white's mind. So why did the pawn go to h4? Let's see. There's two very good reasons why. Queen b4, queen b3. To go queen b3. Perhaps not quite. Let's see, guys. What do you have to say? Bishop a3. Andrew, right idea, right square, wrong piece. Here's the thing, Andrew. Bishop. If the bishop goes on a3, this bishop is still very. This bishop has no squares to move to. This bishop has no space. So a3 wouldn't make sense. And also, if we go a3, black does have this move, so be careful. So the bishop should stay here for now. Right square, wrong piece. So what else could white be planning? Wait, never mind. Bishop e3. Nope, nothing was the bishop. But what else can go on a3 that would be very useful? Rook. There you go, Andrew. Rook. So guys, this is called the rook lift. It's when you move your rook up and then you move them across to the other side. So this is literally white's plan right here, because white notices that the king is the pawn structure, especially around the king, is pretty weak. So white notices that the king is pretty exposed right now. So white wants all his pieces attacking the king. So that's why a4 was played. Again, guys, just by looking at a4, it's so hard to just know white's plan. So that's why we go over these slowly. Now, white's plan, guys, rook a3, attack. So this is a great way, especially if you have a rook way over on the queen side that's not doing anything. It's a great way to get that rook to be useful. Another reason why this is played was also this also stops potential b5. Now black might try something like b5 to get rid of the center. That might be y2. But yeah, main reason is that rook lift. So let's go over now. Here, notice how white defends these pawns like his life depends on it, because these pawns again are controlling the center. They're making black weak. So here, I love this move. Bishop comes on this diagonal. All right, here. All right, guys, let's see here. So over here, guys, find me white's best move here. Notice that suddenly, suddenly black is in a really bad spot. And we will recap again. So king c5, a2, a3, c5. I don't know about c5. Yeah, so many good options here for white, but knight d5. Oh, this is for white. White's best move. Queen f6. Here's the thing about queen f6. Black can take with their queen, and then we can take back. And all that's happened in the last two moves is we exchanged queens. One little rule, guys, especially when you have a strong attack going, when you feel like your opponent is defending and you have the upper hand, don't trade queens. In fact, try not to even trade any pieces at all, because now black is way safer. Black is taking a deep breath now. Black is relaxed because black is in less of a threat now. But if we keep the queen and leave that attack, so for now, I see queen g7 is a move, but the knight is in the way. The knight is gonna take. So guys, can we do something about this knight first? And yeah, today you're probably seeing like a different side of chess, a very planning based side. Like, you want to do something in the future and you're thinking of ways to make it happen. And guys, chess is a very strategic game. So, and the more that you do this, oh yeah, pawn g, yo, Andrew, yes, Andrew, I love that. So pawn g4 chases the knight away first, and
I was gonna say pawn g4.
Nice, Anson. I love it. So pawn g4, I love that move, and yeah, this move gets the knight out of the way, and then we can get our attack going on the king. Okay, let's finish this off. So now, guys, in 2 moves, white wins material. Let me know what you see. Now, this is a little more tactical, but you guys can do it. 2 moves, guys, these next 2 moves. So find me white's first move. And if you're not sure what the first move is, what have we been planning to do with G4? Now, once you see the first move, see black's response, find me the next move. All right, guys, did you find anything yet? Keep on thinking, take your time. All right, I'll tell you this. Somebody said Queen G7. That's the right first move. Now find me black's response. Black only has 1 response. And then find me white's second move, the winning move. Let's see. So guys, Queen G7 is the right first move. And I'll give you guys 25 seconds on this one. Okay, Andrew.
Like you first move your queen to G7.
Yeah.
So then the king moves to E8.
Yeah.
And then you move the knight to F6.
Beautiful, Andrew. Knight F6 is a beautiful move.
Wait, wouldn't E8 be a check?
E8. No, it wouldn't be in a check.
Oh wait.
It's played alone.
Wait,
Not-
never mind. I thought never mind. I was acting dumb.
that it happens. No, Hansen, yes. It's good for trying from you, Hansen. Queen G7, and then Knight F6. Great move too, because Knight F6 also blocks off D7. When I'm hunting a king, it's very important to block off to make sure it doesn't escape. So this would not be good if the king escapes. That's why Knight F6 stops the king from escaping. Now, black is almost in a checkmate they have to take. And then we're up in exchange. The king is in a very bad position. This is just a very good time for, what do you call it? Good time for white. All right, guys, let's go. Let's keep going with this because I really want to test your guys' in-game ability, and I feel like this example does that really well. So let's say we
I know.
have the advantage.
I know.
Sorry, it's not white's move yet, so I'll play a move for white. Let's say, sorry, I'll play a move for black. Black plays here. All right, guys, so in this position here, try to find me white's next plan.
I know.
Move. Hansen,
Rook.
give me here,
Rook.
Hansen. Give me 10 seconds, Hansen, just so everybody can think about it, and then I'll pick you to answer. So just hold off on it. I like your excitement, though. All right, guys, think about this one deeply, and you can start even reflecting back to some of the stuff we learned in other classes, if that
I know.
helps.
I know.
Hansen, wait up. You can wait. Sorry, you can reflect on some stuff you learned from other classes. The last 2 classes, remember, going attack/defense, how many pieces attacking, how many pieces defending, pins, stuff like that. Now, Hansen, thank you so much for your patience. I love it. I love eager people. Go for it.
If we move the rook to E2, then it would be a pin, and it would also be like, and the queen is also, looking for the rook. It's also facing the rook.
Yes, perfect. Oh, I didn't even notice this one. Yeah. So technically, yeah. Oh, never mind. But yeah, rook E2. This is a right move. And so here's my question here is, And guys, we will practice a lot of this. That's why it's important. Right here at this exact point, let's say black goes. I remember, guys, raise your hand for your question. Let's say black goes like a5. My question is, can we take this knight now, or does black have too many defenders? Remember that lesson, guys. So if you don't remember, literally just count the number of attackers and defenders, and then see if white can take the knight or not. So the question now is, can white take the knight on e7? If you're not sure, how many pieces are attacking the knight? How many attackers? How many defenders? And then predict me the end result. We kind of did an intro to this like 2 weeks ago, so you should feel.
I think I know.
All right, Hanson, keep your hand up, Hanson.
There are 3 attacks.
Hanson, just keep your hand up so that everybody else can think, and then we'll. Yes, Hanson, I love it. I love it. And also what I love is, I don't know if I'm seeing things but you're getting these a lot quicker, because I thought you were a lot newer. But anywho, let's go Andrew first, just to take turns. But Hanson, I see your hand. Thank you very much. What do you think, Andrew?
Sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
It's okay. Hanson's turn. What do you think, Hanson?
There are 3 attackers on the rook. The knights, the rook, the bishop, and the queen. And there is only the queen and king defending the rook.
That's right. 3 versus 2. So can white take the knight?
Yes.
Yes, just like that, Hanson. So great one here. Great one here. Very important example too. Like, bravo, Hanson. Like, and bravo to everybody else who saw this in their head. Or bravo to you guys for trying, for looking at this and trying. How about that? Bravo to everyone. So the knight is being attacked by 3 pieces, so we can definitely take it. We can play it out now. Rook takes, the queen takes, queen takes. We definitely win the knight. So basically, good job there. Okay, let's take it one step further. Let's say the rook defends. Now there's 1, 2, 3 defending. So now we cannot quite take the knight, because if we take the knight now, black ends up defending, because black's got enough defenders now. Let's go back to that spot.
Double pin. Like, go back to the situation where, like.
All right. Hold up, Hanson. You're getting very excited. I love it. The thing is, like, and your ideas are right. The thing is, like, sometimes when somebody says the right move really fast, some other people, they may not try, so just give people a chance. But keep that in your head, Hanson. I kind of heard what you were going across. So let's see here. Where did our position go? Okay, yeah. So here, there we go. So we went over the g4. Yes, this is where we were. And then rook goes here. So if the rook defends, now we got 3 attackers, 3 defenders. What do we do? Should we just give up on this knight? Never mind, it's never gonna work. Think about it, guys. 3 attackers, 3 defenders. So what can white do to even try to win the knight? Because 3 can't be 3. 3 cancels off 3. We need 4. And this looks complex, but if you really just like break it down to how many attackers and defenders there are, it actually is a lot more simple. And really, we just want to get a 4th attacker. If we can get 4 attackers on this knight, then we can win the knight. So 1, 2, 3 attackers. What else can we get in there? Hanson, now your time to shine.
Like you can do a double pin, so move the other rook to e1.
The rook e1. So double pin. I love that. Yeah. So guys, if you manage to just get your double up your rooks and both your rooks are pinning something, the power is insane. So 1 rook, 2 rook, bishop, queen, 4 pieces on this knight. And black is way too overloaded now. Only 3. Nothing black can do. Black's gonna lose the knight. So yeah, great job there, guys. Great job. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I want to go over. Let's see. So we got this position here. Now let's just take a look at this. What's happening here? Yeah, so here, fairly even position, but one huge difference here, and this is what I see. See this G6 move, guys? G6, if you don't have a bishop, a dark square bishop, guys, or even if the bishop was here, then G6 is okay. But if you have no bishop and you play G6, then you got to be careful because now all the dark squares around the king, they're weak. And notice how the queen is already in here trying to do something with these dark squares. And we have a dark square bishop. So if this bishop somehow opens up, then this could be game over pretty soon. So this is kind of White's plan right now. But let's see what happens in the game. So exchanges the knight, develops the rook. All right, so rook d6. I was confused about this move. My question is, rook d6, why did White play rook d6? Can't black just take the rook? Then we take and then just take the pawn? Isn't White just losing a pawn? That's what had me confused. So guys, see if you can kind of see if you can resolve my confusion and find me White's. No, just tell me why played rook d6. Why rook d6 is a good move. Why rook d6 doesn't lose a pawn, or yeah, doesn't it lose a pawn? Really think about this one deep and slow, guys. I'll give you guys 15 more seconds and then it's answering time. Okay, Henson.
If the rook takes, then you can take the rook and then move the queen down. And if the queen moves down, the king is free to attack. Well, I mean, the rook is free to attack.
Well,
Wait, what am I saying?
no, not the rook. But yeah, right. The king is free to attack. So who wants to say the winning move here? Find me White's best move. You guys can do it. Andrew?
Queen G7.
Queen G7, game over. Just like that. Guys, this is why. And notice this bishop way over on B2 is attacking the king this way. I love it. All this was possible because black weakened his king with the G6 move. But yeah, great move there. That's why you can't take the rook yet. Hanson, did you have a question?
No.
All right, that's okay. Okay, so let's play the game along. So in the actual game, black didn't take the rook. And I love this. So white immediately pushes the pawn here, planning h5, planning to weaken the pawn chain here. So, and then the white does it. And now the rook comes in, and then suddenly everything starts going, and then the attack starts. But basically, guys, main thing from this position is to understand this weakness, g6 weakness, and then white planning on using this bishop to attack. And to make that plan work, white just kept on attacking this pawn structure once it became weak. So let's see if we can do one more. Or should we try some? So guys, as a mini tactical break, let's try this. Find me white's best move and white's best combination. White to win in 2 moves, best of luck, or 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. White to move in 3 moves, best of luck. Take a good look at the position, guys, and yeah, just like reflect on it, think about it. Notice that white can't play any move that's not a check right now. Because if white plays something like moves the bishop, moves the queen, and it's not a check, then black has this checkmate. Black also has this checkmate. So in other words, white has to play a forcing move. If not, white is going to lose. Yeah, guys, just think on it. Let me know. Same procedure, similar things, and let's see if we can get this one. I feel like we've gone over this before, so I hope you guys remember. I hope. I'm here. All right, Hanson, what do you think?
Queen f7. You sacrifice the queen so then you can get out of that situation.
I mean, you can do that. Then black takes your queen, takes. So the position will be something like this. Again, we're still down a queen.
Oh.
The problem
Oopsie.
is still not solved, but you gave a good try. All right, guys. Keep on thinking here. Think about some creative moves and ideas that you see. And we can't. So we basically have to check the king. If the move is not a check, with something like this, then we got checkmated. So, and we saw why queen f7 doesn't work. Maybe queen takes rook check, maybe. You see any other checks? I don't know. Think on this one, guys. I'll give you 15 more seconds here. Best of luck. Andrew.
Couldn't you move the queen to c1? So if the queen goes there, you could take the queen.
Now, queen c1, it would work if this rook did not exist. Notice the rook also has an attack on a7. So queen c1, checkmate this way. So this is one of those positions where white has no way to stop this checkmate unless white does a checkmate of his own somehow here, which can white do that? They're actually, I don't know. I'm not giving a lot of hints. Sometimes I give way too many hints to some of the students. Oh, yes. All right, guys, keep thinking on this one, guys. I'll give you a hint. It's not this. It's not this. So what other check do you see on the king? There's one other possible check.
Rook h8.
All right, so think on that now. I just hear an idea. Now, you all heard an idea? See if that works. See if that makes any logical sense. See if you can make that move to make sense in your head. So rook h8 actually is the right move. But again, you might be thinking, why? Try to find me the why. Try to see, well, the king has to take. The king has no other moves because this pawn is stopping. So, okay, the king is going to take then. Now, guys, visualize this future position where the rook is on h8, the king just took, and then find me white's next move. White can win very fast here. Hansen.
Like white queen c1, black queen takes, and then king takes the queen.
Not c1. The c1, they have this checkmate. Queen takes a2 checkmate. Not quite.
Whoopsie.
See. So rook a8 is the move. So rook h8 I meant. The king takes, and then what? And guys, try to visualize this, because if I show it to you, it'll be way too easy. So guys, rook h1, king takes. What does white do now? Just take a look at white's threatening moves, white's possibilities, and it's white to win still. Best of luck. All right, guys, keep thinking about this. Take your time, take it slow. This will be the final one. So, guys, finish off on a strong note. Here, let's see. Queen A. All right, Hansen.
I was gonna say that. I just didn't.
Fine.
I was gonna like type that in, but I couldn't type it in fast enough.
Yeah, you know what? Good job, Hansen, though. The fact that you were thinking, Hansen, Andrew, kudos to you guys and everybody else for trying. Yeah, so queen h1 and then queen h7, checkmate. So nice little checkmate position here and using the h file, very powerful. And this just to show, you know, especially in positions like this, consider even some unlikely moves because they could work on occasion. Let's see, what else did I want to say? That's right. I wanted to say that class is over, guys. You guys are free to go.